So Vince, you're with Aerus. Tell me about your company. What do you do?
Sure. Aerus is formerly Electrolux. People know the name Electrolux. We became Aerus in 2003. The reason is we used to just be a one-trick pony, just vacuum cleaners, portable or central vacs. But underneath our new name, Aerus, we do anything regarding a healthy home. So air, water, and of course floor care, which we've been doing for 101 years.
Right.
Aerus is the Greek word for air. And we didn't think air purification or water treatment equipment with the name Electrolux on it would make sense to people.
Right. And now Electrolux was just vacuums.
Correct.
Was it just out of curiosity, the history, did you consume other companies to become Aerus, like filtration companies, or started it all as kind of a ancillary because you're already doing filtration for vacuums type of thing?
So our vacuum cleaners actually had an indirect correlation to air quality indoors. So Aerus was a name. I was on the board of directors that voted for the new name. So we created the name Aerus. There was no company using that name. So we were looking for something we could use global. So we're now a global company where we were just North American when it came to floor care equipment up until 2003.
Gotcha.
But now we're global, doing air, water, and floor care.
Is that, is there a specific part of the business that's bigger? Is like air filtration? Obviously with COVID and things like that, has that done more than vacuums now, or just curious?
Yeah, so that's part of the reason we changed. The floor care industry has really changed to where it's more of a throwaway environment, where our vacuums have a 20-year plus track record of usable life, but water and air, like peanut butter and jelly. And they are the trends are, those are the growing markets when it comes to indoor environments and the health of your home. The healthier your home, the healthier you and your family are.
Gotcha. So when it comes to let's talk about indoor air quality and stuff. What do you guys provide? Just standalone filtration systems, whole house?
Yeah, so we do anything from, a standalone unit for a single room to your whole house. Could be portable, could be in duct, and we even do commercial applications as well.
Gotcha.
Could be office building, doctor's office, hospital. And our technology, ActivePure, is the only technology in the U.S. that is medically peer-reviewed and published in the American Journal of Infection Control as the modern way to control infections, both in a resident or in a commercial or hospital environment. The name implies what we do. Traditionally, an air purifier is a collection device, or what we would call passive.
Right.
ActivePure, as the name says or describes, actively goes out, disinfects the air and disinfects the surface, and it's a real-time disinfectant, so it stops transmissibility of something as simple as a common cold or as complex as COVID in an indoor space. If we were talking indoors and the ActivePure was there and one of us was asymptomatic with something, it's going to disrupt and kill that, so I can't catch it from you and you can't catch it from me.
Now, right, I think of air purification of just air going through a filter and collecting, right? That's what you mean by passive.
Correct.
How does what you're talking about, how does it do that?
Yeah, it's a great question. So our technology, ActivePure, got its roots in the NASA space program, and like many NASA firsts, private industry can take that technology and expand upon it and bring it to the masses. And that's what we've done with ActivePure, was a NASA technology to solve the problem on the International Space Station with growing experiments creating ethylene gas, and they can't open up windows, so they had to break down the gas. So that's where the foundation came from. We're actually honored in the NASA Hall of Fame for our contribution to mankind in taking this technology that they discovered, which is a replication of Mother Nature's outdoor atmosphere. Otherwise, we'd all be dead with the Industrial Revolution. We'd be suffocated. So when the UV of the sun comes into the Earth's atmosphere, it interacts with the moisture, the hydrogen in the atmosphere, and creates radicalized molecules that break down all the gases in the air that could make us sick. So Mother Nature's been doing this for millions of years. What NASA and our company did is we figured out how to replicate that process in a man-made device. And we're using a UV light in our device to create these molecules as a spark plug. We're not using the UV light as a disinfectant. UV light does disinfect, but again, you've got to bring the pollution to the light. It's got to be exposed long enough. So that's apples and oranges from what we do. We're creating basically a vaporized hydrogen peroxide in the parts per trillion, less than what's in a tube of toothpaste. but we're creating them continuously 24/7, 365, and they're always present in your indoor environment, protecting everyone from one another, killing bacteria, mold, viruses in the air and on surfaces, as well as the common cold, common flu, bird flu, swine flu, norovirus, COVID. So it's very different.
So, I mean, because you're kind of blowing my mind here when you're talking about this. What does that application look like in a regular household? Like, is it induct? You mentioned induct, or is it self-contained?
Most of our customers go with our portable plug-and-play unit, which is right behind me here, the big silver box we call the Beyond Guardian Air. We have a small percentage of customers that will go with our induct version of that unit, that as long as they have forced hot air heating and cooling, we can have the unit out of sight, out of mind, as opposed to be invisible out in the environment. Some people don't want that with their decor, but most people choose that option because A, they don't lose it if they move. B, it's plug and play. There's no installation required. And so it's to each his own. We can do whatever somebody wants.
Different size units for different size spaces, similar to a regular air purifier, like in room.
Yeah, the difference with our company is we will come out to your home or business. We will do an indoor air quality test or assessment to see what's going on, and we're able to show you on the spot within 20 to 30 minutes a before and after result. Most people, we take our air for granted. We're breathing. You know, you can go a few days without food and water. You can't go more than a few minutes without air. Right. So the air we breathe is more important to our health and wellness than the food and water we eat and drink. Yeah. So we'll do that testing for free. We also do water testing for free, whether it's a private well or public city water. And then, of course, we've got our floor care equipment we've been doing for 101 years.
So this is a good segue into the next part. So water filtration, right? And is that like your standard filtration systems that you see, whole house filters, or why don't you explain what you offer there?
Sure. So there's two different things, two different terms, point of entry and point of use. So point of entry is the water entering your home. That's where you're concerned with things like hardness or iron, things that could ruin your plumbing or your appliances, shorten their lifespan. Then we have products that take care of that. Then we have units that are point of use, that is your consumable water, the water you use for coffees, teas, to cook with. So they both items, point of entry and point of use, do different remediation to your water, and we customize the solutions based upon your individual home's water quality.
Gotcha.
It's not a cookie cutter, one size fits all.
So another situation where you come out, right, and check the water quality, see what's being used and whether it's the kitchen, bathrooms, etc., and then customize the solution based upon that.
Absolutely correct. And we'll do the water portability testing right there at your kitchen sink. It's not going out to a lab where you've got to wait days or weeks for the results. We'll give you the results right on the spot. When it comes to a private well, if there's something, unique or really off, then we will get that certified by a lab by sending a water sample to them, just to make sure that abnormality in your water, we address it correctly, and we'll custom build the product to take care of that pollutant that's in the water.
Gotcha. Wow, that's really good. So this is serious filtration when it comes to air and water. This isn't just like buy a filter and plug it in. You guys come out, do all the testing to ensure that everything is done appropriately.
Correct. We're not just your retail item or online item that will change the odor and taste of your water. We're actually going to remove or significantly reduce, is probably the best way. Nothing's 100%, but we will significantly reduce the contamination that's in your water. And today's concerns are PFAS, which are forever chemicals that the water treatment plants, they weren't designed for that problem. It didn't exist 50 to 100 years ago. So there's only so much they can do when it comes to your city water. So it's up to you, the homeowner, to protect you and your family from the problems of today that the municipalities weren't set up to do 50 to 100 years ago.
Awesome. All right, so one last thing we'll talk about, vacuums, right? Because it used to be Electrolux, now it's Aerus, but you haven't abandoned vacuums, floor care, I shouldn't say just vacuums, right? Floor care in general. What are you seeing for trends in the floor care space?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, the industry as a whole has gone to disposables, unfortunately. But our customers and people that know our product, it cleans better, it lasts longer, it's easier to use, and you get us with the equipment. Whether it's air, water, or floor care, we come to the home whenever you need something.
Yeah.
There's still a large segment of the market that does central vac. Obviously, that is a trend that goes with home construction, home sales. People will put it in, retrofit it. We can do a new build. We can do a retrofit to an existing home. So again, it's whatever a consumer would like. Some people want out of sight, out of mind. They'll go with a central. Others want the portable vacuum. And we do have the quietest, most powerful, and only zero emissions vacuum in the world. It's our portable unit called the Guardian Platinum vacuum. That's probably our most popular seller, and it features an unprecedented 15-year warranty on parts and labor. Your over-the-counter, online, retail type store vacuum cleaners, you're lucky if you have a 1-year warranty.
Right.
And again, they buy it and they throw it away. You'll pay for our machine whether you have one of ours or not by the amount of units you're going to have to purchase over time, where you just buy one of ours and you have it that whole time.
Yeah, I mean, a 15-year warranty in anything nowadays
is unheard of.
Ridiculous, especially in this disposable society that we currently live in, where it's like, I want cheap, but I feel, and I don't know if you concur, that society is shifting to more quality, and maybe you guys see it within your sales and stuff like that, that people aren't, they're kind of wisening up a little bit. Do you see that?
Yes, the pendulum went all the way to disposable, and now it's coming back to where people want quality and longevity. They want value for their money, not just throwing it away.
Right.
So
and service.
Yeah,
right?
and service.
Yeah.
And I've been with the company 36 years, so I've seen it from when it was strictly just door to door to where we are today, and I've seen that pendulum, go from people wanting, quality for their money and longevity to the disposable to now coming back to quality and longevity.
Yeah. Well, Vince, with Aerus, this has been great. Where can people find you? Like Aerus.com, websites, or if somebody wanted to do an air quality test or water quality test, what's the best way to have that happen?
Yeah, so they can contact us a number of ways. They can call us toll-free. We cover the entire state of Connecticut, Western and Central Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. So you can call us toll-free at 866-230-9763. I have 2 retail brick-and-mortar stores, one in West Hartford Center and one in Meriden. You can find us on the web at ActivePureHartford.com. That's our air purifiers. Or you could go to our main site that has all 3 product lines, and that's Aerus, which is AERUS, ArusofWestHartford.com, and you can find all 3 of our product lines on our main website.
All right, cool. Well, thank you, Vince. I appreciate it.
Thank you.